Alright guys, we are back for the final round of this sealed event. And we're just waiting for our opponent who won the die roll. Last round felt a little bit like a squash match. But then again, we got owned in the first round, so I would kind of enjoy playing some actual games of Magic here. We'll see how it goes. Opponent's name is Mizal. I always kind of wonder about the random names, like just someone's last name or a really weird reference to WWE's The Miz. I hope not. I just assume that no one would ever have that kind of username. Sorry, I have wrestling on the mind. Last night was WrestleMania. It's kind of a big deal if you like that sort of thing. My name is Kid Chameleon on this. It's one of my favorite video games. It's this Sega Genesis game. I think I might have told this story before in a video, but it's a Sega Genesis game. It's platform. It's kind of Mario-esque. There are random floating blocks in the sky that you hit, but the power-ups are all these masks and helmets, and there'll be like a samurai helmet, and you'll be able to jump higher, and you have a sword, and or a Jason mask, and in which case you have unlimited throwing axes. So, not sure Jason had those, but it's all right. Yeah, but it's the game is really hard. There's like a million levels. As I There's obviously not a million levels. This probably 100 levels, and it's definitely pretty time consuming, especially when you couldn't save initially on the game. It was a Sega Genesis game, so I have many days where I just spent the entire day just watching, just playing Kid Chameleon. All right, so pretty happy with this hand. We have some creatures. We have a late game spell. We have a combat trick. We have a pretty unimpressed Savage Surge this game. Like I said, I think our creature count should have been a little bit higher, and I should have just kind of left all these tricks to the side, especially with no heroic creatures. So we're not much mulligan though. So I think our opponent chose to draw. So all right. Yeah, I'm not going to be at GP Philly this weekend because I'm going to PAX. And planning on trying to do at least one Magic event while at PAX, so should be cool. All right, I think we're just going to leave with Courser here. It's just a better creature. It's harder to kill, blocks a little bit better. The question here for me is whether I would block his Battle Priest. And I think I probably am not going to if he does attack with it. Well, I normally don't mind them using the combat trick early. One damage really isn't going to break the bank here, and if I get one or two activations off of Courser, then the card advantage generated from that is pretty significant. So we have the Crow and Horse on top, so we'll probably just jam that next turn. Crow and Horse is an interesting card. I'm never quite sure how to evaluate it because those grindy games where you end up getting a bunch of tokens, it's pretty sweet. But there are plenty of times when it just doesn't It's just not fast enough, and you don't do anything. All right. So he gets a free attack with his Minotaur Skull Cleaver because I'm certainly not going to block with Corsair, which doesn't seem worth it. Especially when it becomes a lowly 2/2 next turn. Alright, we will enjoy gaining life. And we'll just jam Massak Roan Horse and pass turn. And like I said, we're not going to attack. It might be interesting to figure out at what point we do want to end up blocking with Corsair, though. Because I think, like, right now, he attacks with this, and it seems like it's free. But, I mean, over the course of the long game, we would rather have our Corsair gaining us life and putting lands into play from the top of our deck, so... we do have the Sea God's Revenge, which is a thing. I wonder if that's what our opponent's thinking about, like attacking with a Skull Cleaver. I mean, I think you just attack no matter what. If you do have any sort of combat trick where you can kill the Corsair. But I think there's incentive for me to wait till the following turn to block. It's sort of interesting only attacking with this guy too. Because this feels basically like a free attack as well. Yeah, we're not gonna block. Because I suppose I could. No, never mind. I could double block and I could kill a soldier. I could trade a soldier for Battle Priest. So never mind. That was a perfectly reasonable attack. It'd be pretty awesome if we draw the Centaur and have a land on top. Just feels like cheating. Ooh. Alright, well I guess we'll just play land, gain life. Here, what do we want to do? So it's interesting. I think we just want to play the Centaur and leave open Savage Surge. I think I like that play. I mean, if we're going to use our mana more efficiently, then I should play Burnished Heart. I mean, because they essentially block the same. But I suppose if he has a removal spell, like just like a lightning strike or something, I would rather be able to sack the Burnished Heart. But yeah, I'm not really hurting that badly for mana. I do need a second blue source at some point, though. I'm gonna play the Cerberus Centaur. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's my plan. Keep getting another token. Definitely want to keep up the Savage Surge, though. So I think at this point is where I want to start being able to block with Corsair. I mean, basically force him to use some kind of trick. All right. So you can see, tap a creature. Okay, that makes sense. It's kind of the Savage Surge is kind of cool though, because we get to ambush him. This is where it's important to think about what you could have for a red and a white. Like what's the best combination of spells you could have that would really punish us. If we untap Courser, we have a 4/6. So you have to have something that gave +4 or dealt 4 damage. Well, if we want to block here. Um, but I think I definitely think we want to use a Savage Search here. It just feels it feels good. If he has the +1/0 and first strike to 2 of his creatures, block like this, which makes me think I don't want to double block this guy. So I think I block here. And I mean, this feels like another free one, you know. It might not be, but I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I'm okay making these blocks. I think the best thing you could have is the +1/0 in first strike, which he gives to this guy and this guy, and he kills, you know, a centaur and a soldier token, which is fine. His guy still dies, and you know I get another soldier token the following turn. It's got a Battle-Wise Valor. Okay. So he trades a Battle-Wise Valor for my centaur. Oh, and also gains 2 life. Not sure if that's relevant, but and then I get to eat his Skull Cleaver, which is cool. This game is going pretty well. I mean, especially when he has, you know, X1s, 2/2s, X1. Having the 1/1 tokens every turn is pretty significant. Okay. What do we want to do here? Sudden Storm on top. Alright, I think we're just gonna... Attacking doesn't do anything. He blocks here. I mean, we could attack with both, but that's... I don't think it's really worth it to get him 1 damage, so... I think we want to play the Vaporkin. And the Burnished Heart. And depending on what we draw next turn, we might want to just crack the Burnished Heart. This game's going pretty well so far. I mean, it's definitely... I mean, I can think of situations where I would be put on the back foot. But if he plays like a larger flyer, you know, that I can't trade Vaporkin for, then that could be something. Now Sunstorm, I mean, I'm not super in love with Sunstorm in this deck. The deck definitely feels a little disjointed. Like it's, you know, sort of a little bit grindy, a little bit control-y, stuff with the Crow and Horse, and then you know, infinite 5-drops or whatever I have. Okay. Alright, what do we do here? I think we just take the 4. I mean, there's some perhaps incentive to... You know what? Do I like quad block? Not quad, triple blocking here. Or, I mean, sorry, just Burnished Heart and Soldier would kill it. Kills both of those. It's definitely... I think the Burnished Heart might be important enough that I want to keep it. I'm not in a situation right now where I need to chump, so I think I'm going to wait. Just say, okay. You know, on second thought, I'm just gonna block with this token. It doesn't seem necessary for me to take damage. I get a soldier every turn. I have Sea God's Revenge. I know I have Sunstorm coming. Hopefully we'll hit a land. And no land. What do we want to do? I think it's a little bit awkward because I'd like to sort of blank this attack. We're not in a real hurry. Um, but Retraction Helix is not something card I really want. So I'm thinking if I sack Burnished Heart now, I get to shuffle my library, possibly see a land on top to put in play with Courser, or just see something that I'd rather have. So I think we'll attack in the air. Perhaps I should just attack with Burnished Heart because if I'm pretty resolute on sacrificing it, then I may as well see if he blocks. That's all right. We'll get 2 islands, gain 2 life. See a force on top, which we'll put into play. And yep, everything's coming up Millhouse. Get another guy. All right. Our opponent's trying to kind of make his own Voltron and the Snarecaster, but doesn't really interact that well with Sudden Storm, which I think it is we have, or really Sea God's Revenge. I think we just chump here. I think we're winning the long game, and I don't really see a reason to take the 5 damage here when it's kind of a free soldier. All right, we'll play the island off the top, off the deck, and what do we want to do here? We return this in the Snarecaster. Gives them a 2/2 and a 1/1, neither of which are very good. Also allows us to send this Mortal's Resolve to the bottom because we don't really want it. Get Sudden Storm, but that doesn't really do anything for us in the meantime. I mean, we Sudden Storm this and Priest, and then I guess we eventually see God's Revenge. That seems actually fine. Like I said, we seem like we're reasonably ahead this game, and we have a lot of sick things in our deck, so. I guess I don't really need this Mortal's Resolve. 2, 3, 4. So storm this. Put this on bottom, and I'll reveal a better creature. Presumably, I'm going to have a 4/4 and gain 4 life. Destroys an enchantment. And Courser is an enchantment, so it might be worth it. Though, I mean, Courser has already kind of done a lot of damage so far this game. All right, now just going to cash it in. That's fine. Those guys don't untap during next turn, so it's kind of a free attack. Two, 3, 4, 5. Snake. Like I said, I don't imagine our opponent's going to give us a 7/7, so it's probably just a 4/4, but that's still fine. really trying to get my opponent to play one more creature so we just get the full enjoyment out of this Sea God's Revenge. He gave us a 7/7. Huh. That's interesting. Alright. Well... Alright, I like attacking with these two guys. Yeah, because otherwise... Yeah. Oh. Okay. I see. So he gets to kill the Crone Horse. That's interesting. Creatures... Understand. So I could just bounce all three. I mean, I should have done that before attacks, obviously, because otherwise this Acorn Horse is going to get killed by Snake. This is interesting. But I mean, nah, that doesn't seem to be right. The Corn Horse has done a significant amount of work for us this game, so 2, 3. I'm not entirely sure if this is right. I mean, he does get to put that on the bottom. Hopefully Eidolon is much less threatening when it's not bestowed onto a giant creature, so... Alright, this guy's got a 3-drop. I'm not sure what that is. This is... looks like an okay. Red-white... Okay. Scoriate. That's a card. This game does seem a little bit different now. Our opponent is in a better position than they were before, so... But I'm still certainly going to double block this. Last card in his hand, I guess, could be God Willing or something, but I mean, if you're gonna use that in that. Definitely seen a lot of lands this game. I don't really see a reason to play lands. I'd rather just hold up and bluff. We have 10 mana, so it's not really going to be that big of an issue. Probably Snarecast the Soldier. Might be saving the Snarecaster at this point, I'm not sure. Alright. So what do I want to deal with? This guy's very good. Do I want a hasty 5/5 or an 8/8 trample? Well, I think I can probably deal with a 5/5 more easily. I'm just trying to think of what I even have here. Yeah, I think it's just I'm going to have a better time dealing with a 5/5 than a 8/8. Yep, definitely looks this game has kind of turned around quite a bit. It's unfortunate. Alright, well, Raised by Wolves is definitely something that could get us out of this, though. Okay, just smashing. They cannot block anyway, so. It's a little bit awkward here that he can Snarecaster one of the wolves. We can't triple block Thunderbrute. But he really can't attack with either of these two guys, so, you know, we take 5 and that's that. Wow. That's tough. Alright. His last card is Snarecaster, so we're living at the top of our decks here. I mean, uh, hmm. My position, like I said, it just keeps going from. My position in this game seemed like it was really good at one point, and now is no longer that good. I mean, I will block the 1/3. There's no reason not to. He has no cards in hand. Um, I mean, there's a possibility he's just trying to lure me into double blocking it. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. All right. Well, at least it's not a land. So, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we're going to attack with anything, so. It's a little bit. We don't really have the luxury of playing around combat tricks at this point. If he attacks, like we really have to kill this guy, especially as because he has trample. But the fact he's playing something pre-combat either means that he doesn't have a combat trick, and he's gonna like, okay. Which enchantment does he have? Oh, he does have Observant Alseid, which is going to be pretty good on this guy. Luckily, he can't do it this turn. Alright. So, yeah, I think we still have to triple block here. I think Chorus is good enough that we'd rather keep it. I mean, we could trade Chorus and a Wolf and keep around these two guys. But oh, that's definitely not what I want to do. Undo, block. Let's trade it off. Because we're definitely not in an ideal position right now. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Prognostic Sphinx would be pretty good. Or Prognostic Sphinx would at least be reasonable. So Annul is not so good. But we will annul the Alseid when he tries to replay it. So it's at least an interesting game. I feel like I messed up pretty badly at some point. I'm not entirely sure where that was. Yeah, we'll say no. So now he can get in with Snarecaster. Wow. All right. So it looks like he's got a trick, but I think I just have to force him to use it at this point. I think I'd most likely like to block this guy. That seems right to me. I mean, if he's got a trick, he's got a trick, so. Okay. Alright, well, A little bit late, but we're still doing okay. We will just go ahead and eat this Sun Chaser. That attack seems really bizarre to me, because while he did represent a trick, I'm at kind of at the point where I can't really play around any tricks. My life total is pretty low. And this guy has haste, so if you're really just trying to get damage in, you should probably play him right pre-combat. All right. Where do we want to go here? All right. I think we have to prevent the most amount of damage, so block here. And this just eats this guy. But he has to attack with us next turn. And we have 2 flowers currently. Do I like that attack? I mean, he basically has to throw this away, or has to. Or he doesn't have to do that with this guy. Alright, well, let's do this. Alright, alright. Okay. That's a thing. To the Trumper. And we haven't quite stable. I mean, this is going to be a 6/6, so it's going to be kind of awkward. But if he doesn't have a trick, we once again are still not dead. We get to so we have to respect this. I think block like this. So he will get to kill a Prognostic Sphinx, which is unfortunate. And then I think we block here. And yeah, just hope he doesn't have a trick. Oh, looks like he does have oh no, he's just monsterifying this. Okay, so all right, so we are running out of time really in this matchup. We just need to get in there and hope he doesn't draw anything. So that's the way we're gonna play it. All right. I'm glad that this entire video, I thought this guy had heroic, but he has inspired. So, all right, this is interesting. So we're 10. If he had a trick, he would have just killed us, right? I think. So I'm wondering whether I attack with everything and try to Feral Invocation something. Does that make sense? Otherwise, I'm just giving him another turn to draw something. What if there's something really obvious I'm missing? I guess you could have an enchantment removal spell. Alright. I'm just going to send these guys at him. In the event that he has an enchantment removal spell, we'll be doing 10. He can block here and then just kill us the following turn. So I'm not even entirely sure what I'm playing around, but but wow, that was a really tense game. I really didn't think we were going to win, especially when he played the giant 5/5 hasty Thunderbird. This guy's pretty insane. We did get to see just about all of his deck, or most of his deck. So kind of know what to play around. Alright, alright. Okay, what do we want to do here? This guy... I think I might want to play this guy, I'm not sure. Vortex Elemental, Crypsis, Disciple, and Kraken could be another good late game card. That game we flooded pretty hard though, so. Definitely with the Annul, Destruction, Helix. Maybe not Mortal's Resolve and Savage Surge. Mortal's Resolve could protect us from kind of burn spell or something like that, so that's worth noting. Take out the Savage Surge. I want to try to play. What do we do with our giant 3/7 Centaur? I like this guy. I usually don't like this guy, but he seems okay here. I don't really have any more flyers or anything like that, so I think we just submit and go for it. I think we have to mulligan this even on the draft. There's another one I would probably keep it, but yeah, we like to mulligan. This hand on the other hand is fine. So they kept their 7. Oh, they put us on the draw again. Okay, interesting. I think I mean our opponent's deck is it seemed pretty fast. What do we want to do here? If he doesn't have a creature, then Hypnotist is much better. If he does, then Vaporkin I think is much better. What are the chances he has a creature? It's probably pretty good. I mean, are we going to aggro out our opponent this game? I'm going to lead with a Hypnotist. I'm not. Once again, I'm not sure if this is correct. Yes, we're promptly punished for it, but that's all right. Pretty soon he will be raised by wolves, so potentially. I mean, I guess Vaporkin could also be raised by wolves. Cure is definitely pretty sweet though. I like that they really have to devote their entire, a lot of their resources to just killing it, because otherwise it just takes over the game. All right, here, if he does attack, I want to try the Hypnotist for sure. We're on the Kiora plan here, and that's what we're gonna do. Agent of Horizons. I mean, our opponent did have a couple haste guys, so that's worth thinking about. Which haste guy really gets us? The flying guy, the 1/1, doesn't really get us here. I think I like playing Kiora and then playing Agent of Horizons the following turn, but we will attack first. All right. Just wait and see what they do. Another Skull Cleaver would be pretty bad. Myths are carefree. They drift where they will, unencumbered by rocks and riverbeds. How do I feel about that? I like this. Just playing Hopeful Eidolon. Yeah, just playing as many creatures as possible to try to get through the Cura. Which definitely makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I may as well attack with both, so. So Cura goes to 2. Alright, we'll say that this guy cannot deal damage to us. And we're gonna raise by wolves our Vaporkin and get in there. This game is going pretty well so far. A lot of insane things. We have a couple wolves to protect our Cura. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm just kind of thinking about this. Your god teaches you only how to kill. Kirametric teaches me how to defend what I hold dear. This is why I will prevail. Because I'm a 1/3 with a marginal heroic ability. Let's get a lot of these things. Alright. Well, our Cura is not is in danger. So gets to kill the Cura, which is unfortunate. But I'm still we're still winning this race pretty hard, pretty handily. So I think we block here. And do we block this guy? Is it really worth it? Or not really. It doesn't really do anything for us. It doesn't prevent damage. Oh yeah, it does. Wow. Never mind. Cura does not die. Not sure. I thought that was the case. This guy will soar higher than the walls of Akros, higher than clouds, higher than Heliod himself. Alright, coordinated assault's definitely good here. He gets to kill both my guys. And gain a little bit of life. Alright. That's tough. Maybe protecting the Cura was not right there, because it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to protect it forever. Alright, so we're back. I mean, Cura still survives if we... I mean, we just keep humping and make him keep attacking us, so... I think that's an okay plan. Play Omen Speaker. We'll scry 2. I'm not sure. I mean, this guy seems okay, not great. And the Annul seems okay. I don't think we want the Annul. I'm going to put the Annul on the bottom. And I think I was going to put this guy on top. Do we attack in the air? Are we going to block the other one? I mean, it has to block, so... I mean, sorry, it has to attack. Do we want to trade the Vaporkin for it, though? That's the question. I mean, if we're really on this Kiora plan, it seems like we are. Then I think we offer up a trade. Now I forget which one has the Kiora. It should tell us, right? I feel like it should show you, give you a little arrow as to the the actual creature that was targeted. If I click, it doesn't do anything. Man, this raised by wolves. Pretty excited about it, but I got blown out pretty hard by coordinated assault. That was definitely something I played around the first game and did not see. So, also we're super short on time. So that's something to consider. I think I might end up just timing out of this game, unfortunately. Um, yeah, we'll block. I'm not, like I said, I don't remember which one. Uh, so put on this one. It'd be unfortunate if it was the other one, but then my Vaporkin would not die. So I guess that there is at least that. Yep. What was that one? So we know for the future to how to do this. All right. What are we doing here? Can we really protect Kiora? Probably not. Can we win in 2 minutes without Kiora? Um, we have 5, so we deal 5 this turn. But then we don't get to play this, so that's not what we want to do. All right, I think we still want to do this to. We'll make sure we note that it's that one. We'll play the Centaur, and yeah, we could definitely time out of this game, which is unfortunate. I should have been watching the time a little bit more vigilantly, but it's tough to do when you are recording. We'll just auto F6 here, press OK. I'm pretty sure that this is the one we're still so close to the Kiora here to ultimating, and it just feels like we really want to do that. All right. We will just do the same thing. I mean, can we really play this long game? I don't actually think we can, which is unfortunate because Krakens are going to end the game pretty quickly. They don't even have trample, so we gotta just play really quickly. We'll just go ahead and F6 our opponent's turn. The only thing we're going to do is declare blockers, so our opponent is also low on time, which is worth noting, but I mean not to the point where we are. He is, double the time, just about. So, I mean, he does have to figure out some kind of difficult attacks, which is worth noting. So, I mean, if he doesn't, have the trick here, his attacks just seem so bad. He tries to kill Kiora, but we block Rambler here. We block Agent with this. Block this here. So. All right. Well, that's certainly good. That's a step in the right direction for our opponent. Not obviously not for us. Something we can do about that. All right. Blockers. We block this here. This goes here, and Kiora still lives. Okay. Wow, what are we doing? Uh, we we can't be on the Cura plan anymore. We got a minute to win this game. Uh, okay. And what are we doing? If we return all the guys to their hand, it doesn't really do that much, but we probably still should anyway. Uh, I mean, he can kill Kiora with the 2, 3, and Hopeful Eidolon. It's kind of awkward because Hopeful Eidolon gets better when it gets back in the hand, but we're not. We can't think about this. We just gotta just go as fast as we can because this is we got 40 seconds. This probably just isn't even winnable. Next turn, I think we just minus Kiora if it somehow survives. All right. Yeah, I think our opponent realizes that we don't have time to mess around anymore, and that we are uh, running out of time. Depending on how he blocks, yeah, we will just Feral Invocation our Omen Speaker. Okay. Okay, and then we'll play Chorus. Oh god, we have no time. It's definitely pretty unfortunate that we're just gonna continually go to attacks, and yeah. It's much worse now. Alright, we F6, go to attacks. Okay. That's unfortunate too, because we could have played the Vulpine Goliath, and that would have been pretty good. I think our opponent realizes that they can probably just time us out. Mm-hmm. Alright, let me just F6 their turn. Alright, go attacks. Yeah, we're just about to time out. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Especially when you're talking. I did pause the game for a couple of minutes to talk to my girlfriend back there. So makes a big difference. I mean, he won with 52 seconds on the clock. So I mean, the thing about this is that this kind of thing doesn't happen in Paper Magic. Uh, but I've probably won just as many games timing out my opponents, especially doing something like Mercadian Masked block draft. So end of the thing, we have a 1-2 record. It's unfortunate, like I said, especially because we came pretty close to winning, but I didn't shift gears with Kiora fast enough, unfortunately. So that's the way it goes. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.